My mom raised me as a single mother, never knowing who my father was because of the circumstances she was placed in. 23 years later, I took a DNA test and found my missing family. My mom never talked about my father, not once. When I was little, I thought every family was just a mom and a kid. When I got older and realized most families had more people, I started asking questions. Every time I brought it up, she'd get this faraway look and say, "You were made from something terrible, but you were the best thing that ever happened to me." I didn't understand until I was 13, and my aunt sat me down after finding me crying in the bathroom. A kid at school announced to our gym class that I didn't have a dad. My aunt held my hands and told me as gently as she could that my mom was attacked when she was 19. A stranger hurt her in the worst possible way, and 9 months later, I arrived. She made me promise not to tell my mom she'd explained it. I kept that promise for 10 years and never brought up my father again. Instead, I watched my mom work double shifts, come home exhausted, and still make it to every one of my baseball games. She put herself through nursing school while raising me alone. She never dated, never went out. Her whole world was making sure I had a good life despite how mine started. At 23, I started having health problems. Nothing serious, but my doctor kept asking about family history on my father's side, and I had nothing. She suggested a DNA test for the health data. My mom was hesitant. She sat at the kitchen table, turning her coffee mug in circles before nodding. "Just promise you won't go looking for him. He doesn't deserve to know you exist." I promised. The kit arrived. I swabbed my cheek, mailed it, and forgot about it for 6 weeks. Then the results came in, and everything changed. The health data was fine, but there was a section I wasn't expecting. DNA relatives. The website matched me with 4 people who shared significant portions of my DNA. One was listed as a potential half-sibling with a 24% match. Her name was Jolene. She'd uploaded her DNA 3 years ago. My hands were shaking as I clicked her profile. She was 25 and lived 2 states away. Her profile picture showed a woman with my exact same eyes, the shape, the color, everything. I stared at that photo for an hour. I had a sister. I sent her a message. "Hi, I think we might be related. I just got my results and you came up as a half-sibling. I don't know much about my biological father's side. Would you be open to talking?" She responded in 4 hours. "I've been waiting 3 years for this message. Please call me." She picked up on the first ring. "Do you know who our father is?" I told her no, that I only knew my mom was hurt by a stranger. The line went silent so long I thought she'd hung up. Then her voice came back shaking. "He wasn't a stranger. He's in prison. He did the same thing to my mother." Jolene explained everything. Our biological father was a serial predator who attacked at least 7 women over 12 years before being caught. Sentenced to life without parole when Jolene was 3. Her mother was his 4th victim. My mother was his 2nd. Jolene had spent years searching for other children because she knew statistically there had to be more. She'd uploaded her DNA hoping to find us, and she had found others. 3 more half-siblings in different states. All with mothers who survived the same nightmare. All raised without knowing each other existed. Over the next month, I connected with each of them. Jolene was a social worker. Remy was 19, studying pre-med. Britta was 21 and had just started teaching. And Arlo was 17, the youngest. Quiet and cautious, but slowly opening up with each group call. 5 kids. 5 mothers who never knew about each other. 5 families built from the worst moment of a woman's life. The hardest part was telling my mom. I showed her the DNA results. She stared at the screen listing my half-siblings, and her hand covered her mouth. She didn't cry right away. She just sat there processing that the man who destroyed her life had destroyed at least 6 others too. Then she asked to see their photos. When she got to Jolene, she touched the screen gently. "She has your eyes." "Yeah," I whispered. "She does." My mom was quiet for a long time. Then she said something I'll never forget. "I spent 23 years being ashamed of how you got here, but look what came from it. You found a whole family. Last month, all 5 of us met for the first time. We stood in Jolene's backyard, 5 strangers who shared the same jaw and the same sad origin story. Britta cried first, then Remy, then all of us. Arlo, the quiet one, finally spoke. I always wanted siblings. We laughed through our tears because somehow, despite everything, we'd found each other.